In today's video, I'm gonna show you the best settings for streaming on YouTube in full HD 60 frames per second. Now, 60 frames per second is super useful if you're doing some sort of sports or anything that has some sort of motion, like a lot of motion. If you're doing some talking head video like what I'm doing right now, you probably don't need 60 frames per second, but if you're doing things like gaming or sports, you're gonna need 60 frames per second. So we're gonna be using, of course, OBS, and this is gonna be 100% free. So OBS is a free software. So let's get right into it. What is going on, guys? My name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools helping you master live streaming. So we're gonna go ahead and go to OBS. As you can see, I have OBS open, I have my camera in, and I have two scenes already kind of set up, ready to go. And what we're gonna do, the first thing, we're gonna go to settings right now. And then the first thing you need to do, you need to go ahead and connect your YouTube channel to OBS so you can easily go live to YouTube. So you wanna go here where it says service. You wanna make sure you choose YouTube RTMPS, and then server, you wanna make sure you choose primary YouTube ingest server. And then next thing, you want to go ahead and hit where it says connect account recommended. You want to make sure you hit connect. And then you want to go ahead and click to the Gmail account connected to your YouTube channel. And then follow all the instructions, give all the permissions, hit continue. And as when you're done, you're going to get this message that says authorization completed. And you can go ahead and close the page. The next thing we need to do is, before we go too far, you also want to make sure you go to Google and type in test my internet speed, and you want to make sure you test your internet speed to make sure it's actually good to go for the bit rate you're gonna be using for streaming. Another thing that I recommend you connect your internet via a wire. So do not try to stream over Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is not reliable. So as you can see, my internet upload speed, which is what you should pay attention to, is mostly the upload speed, is around 900 megabits per second. And I'm gonna show you where we're gonna need that number in a minute. Okay, so once we have our YouTube account connected, as you can see, it says connected account, live production testing. This is my channel for testing. You want to make sure you go ahead and hit apply. And as you hit apply, you're gonna get these two docs. That one is gonna be your chat. If you want to chat directly from OBS, you can do that. You want to make sure you use this chat doc here. And then the other one is your YouTube live control panel. Same thing, to be able to see the health of your stream. Basically, it's like having the back end of your YouTube account or your YouTube live stream within OBS. So if you want to use these two panels, you want to make sure you click to that and log into your Gmail account, connect it to your YouTube account, exactly what we just did, and it's gonna be able to give you all the info that you need about your stream. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and go to output, and this is where basically when you get here, it's gonna be set to simple, but you want to make sure you choose advanced. And this is where we're gonna be doing most of the stuff. So I'm gonna leave a link down below to the page where you're gonna see all the recommended bitrate kind of encoder settings for YouTube. So basically, it's a page that was made by YouTube to kind of guide you, depending on which resolution and frame rate you're streaming at. They're gonna give you the best encoder settings to use. So for us, as you can see, we are streaming in 1080p 60 frames per second, and we're gonna be using H.64, okay, encoder, and then or codec. And then basically you're gonna what we need to do is we need to check on this table, and as you can see, we need to be using 12 megabits per second. This is what YouTube actually does recommend. Now you can go lower than that. However, the lower you go, the more the quality of your stream is going to be affected. And of course, if you want to go higher, you're kind of taking a risk because YouTube may shut you down or you may start having issues. So basically, I would recommend, if your internet speed allows you to actually use this bitrate, to go ahead and use 12 megabits per second. Now, how do you know that you can safely use 12 megabits per second? Remember, our internet speed If your internet speed is around 24, between 20 and 24, you should be good with 12 megabits per second. So basically you want to leave yourself some room. So let's say if you want to basically have double of what YouTube recommends. So for 12, you should actually at least have 24 megabits per second of upload speed available. And in my case, I have plenty, and that's the rule that I usually follow. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to OBS, and then we're gonna go here where it says video encoder. You want to make sure you use your dedicated graphics card if you have one available, and then we're gonna be using NVIDIA H.264. And then for our rescale output, you don't need it. You want to make sure it's actually disabled. And then the rate control, you want to make sure you use CBR. And then the bit rate, again, because we need to use 12 megabits per second in OBS, is going to be in kbps. So it's basically 12,000 kbps. All right. And then for the keyframe interval, you want to make sure you use 2 seconds. That's what YouTube recommends. Everything else, you can play with it or leave the way it is. Also, you want to make sure you choose Psycho Visual Tuning. If you have any issues, maybe your stream start lagging or anything, you can uncheck this. But other than that, you want to make sure you hit apply, and then we're going to go to the next section. The next section is going to be video. And we're gonna go ahead and go where it says base canvas resolution. You want to make sure you leave it at 1920 by 1080. Now this is basically your screen. So if you're streaming or using a monitor that's actually 4K, if you're using a 4K monitor, you can go ahead and use your base canvas resolution at 4K. And then your output resolution, basically this is what we're sending to the stream. And for this one, we want to make sure we choose 1920 by 1080 because that's the full HD. And then here, this is very important because again, this video is about streaming in 1080p 60 frames per second. So you want to make sure you go to common FPS values and then choose 60 frames per second. Once you're done, again, the base canvas resolution, I'm using a full HD monitor. That's why I have mine set at 1920 by 1080. I'm gonna go ahead and click apply, and the last thing is gonna be our audio. So we're gonna go to audio, the sample rate. This is where we're gonna go ahead and check what YouTube actually recommends. So sample rate, YouTube does recommend 44.1. Again, I've used 48, it still works. In my opinion, this is not a big deal. And then for audio bit rate, you want to make sure you use 128, okay, or 384 if you're doing surround sound. Most of you guys are gonna be using stereo, so we can go ahead and go to audio sample rate. Make sure it's set at 44.1. Again, 48 still works. I never had issues with 48. And then of course we're gonna stream channels. It's gonna be stereo, and then we want to make sure everything else we leave it the way it is. And then we can go back to output actually, and then go to the audio section here. This is where we can change the audio bit rate. Again, for streaming, as you can see, we are streaming audio track number 1. So it's checked. So you want to make sure you go here, audio track number 1, 160. That's what we have by default. YouTube does require to use 128. Okay, so you can go ahead and change this to 128. Again, just to be in good standing with YouTube. However, again, sometimes even if you leave the way it was, it's not gonna change much. I've tried with the same audio settings, it did not change much really. It did not affect my stream. So once you're done though, you're gonna make sure you hit OK, apply, and then you hit OK. And as you can see, we should be ready to go live, no problem. So now the next thing that I'm gonna do, these docs right here, if you don't need them, you don't need them. You don't have to use them. If you need them, you can go ahead and sign in, or you can even close them if you don't need to be monitoring everything through OBS here. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and create a broadcast just to make sure to see if actually what I just did actually works. So the first way of doing it is to go to your YouTube channel, go to youtube.com and make sure you sign in into your YouTube channel. Hit this plus sign and hit go live. So basically this is the method that will allow you to kind of schedule a stream before. And what I like about it, they say for us to go ahead and schedule one. Okay, hit create. This is gonna allow me to create basically my stream. So I'm gonna call it test. I'm just gonna call it test stream, and then description I can call it test. And then streaming software, I want to make sure how do you want to go live. You want to make sure you keep it stream. And then how do you want to go live? You want to make sure you choose streaming software. And then category, you want to make sure you choose the category that applies your stream. Thumbnail, you want to go ahead and use upload a thumbnail that you want. Again, this is why doing it from here, it's actually super useful. I can use anything that I have available on my computer right now. You want to make sure you add to a playlist if you have a playlist. And then you want to make sure you choose if it's not made for kids or if it's made for kids. And then hit next. Next, you can choose all the good stuff. If you are monetized, you're going to be able to monetize your stream. And then you want to make sure you can schedule to any time that you want. And of course, you want to make sure you go public unless you want to make it unlisted. So what's going to happen back in OBS, if I go to OBS right now, you can see that if I go to manage broadcast, I can choose either to create a new stream directly from OBS and be able to go live, no problem, or I can go here to select existing broadcast, and I'm gonna be able to see the streams that I have scheduled before, which is the method that I recommend 100% because it allows you to kind of customize everything, monetize your stream, add products if you have some products that you have to attach to your stream. But if you're not monetized and you don't have any products to add and stuff like that, or if you don't want to add it to a playlist, you can still create a new broadcast in here, be able to go live publicly, add a thumbnail and stuff like that, like basic things like that. You can be able to do it here, no problem. So we're gonna go to select existing broadcast, and then we're gonna choose the one we just created, and then you can go ahead and choose either open YouTube Studio or select broadcast and start streaming. Of course, you want to select it and start streaming, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually start streaming. So as you can see, now it's saying auto start is disabled for this event. So this is something you can also set up back in when we set up our stream. If you want it to auto start, so when you hit go live here in OBS, it's gonna go live directly to YouTube without having you to go do it manually. You can set it up back in YouTube, which is cool, but for us now we don't have it set up, so we kind of have to go ahead and do it manually. So as you can see, we have a feed coming in. Basically what we could have done would be to go here where it says enable auto start and choose that, and then for now we can actually, because we are live already, so we don't have that option available. But because for the end, if you want to end the stream through OBS without having to come back here, we still have that chance to actually enable auto stop. Okay, so now we should be good. We have a signal coming in and no problem. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and click the go live button, and we should be good to go. Oh, another cool way, actually, OBS still gives you that option to do it within OBS as well. So if you didn't do the auto start thing, you can still hit go live here, and as you can see, it's gonna push, it's kind of pushing the go live button for you back in YouTube, which is pretty cool. Now, like OBS and YouTube, they do work well together, man. Like if you're not using OBS, you're probably missing out. I mean, like if you're watching this video, for sure you're using OBS, so maybe that was not relevant. Anyway, so as you can see, we are live, no problem. If I hit to this share button, I can get the link, and then I'm gonna be able to paste that in my browser. As you can see, the stream is healthy, no problem. I can do whatever I want, and I'm looking good. If I go to HD here, where to this gear icon, as you can see, I can go to quality, and as you can see, I have a stream that's actually 1080p 60 frames per second. Okay, and this will be awesome if you're doing some sort of sports and stuff like that where you have a lot of motion going on. It would be awesome. All right, so as soon as you're done streaming, guys, all you gotta do is you're just gonna go ahead and hit stop streaming here in OBS, and back in YouTube your stream is gonna be ended, no problem. So you won't have to go end the stream back in YouTube. It's gonna be done for you automatically. However, if you're not doing any sort of gaming or high motion kind of streaming, maybe you're doing a talking head like what you're watching right now, you want to make sure you actually go ahead and stream in full HD 30 frames per second, because you don't really need 60 frames per second. And to be able to do that, make sure it's actually done right and get the best settings, you want to make sure you check out this video right here where I'm gonna show you exactly that, and I'll see you there, guys. Take care.